Hello again everyone, this is PZ Snick Snipe here, and I'm going to be casting game number 2 between our red Zerg player, LiquidZenio, and the blue Terran, SlayersMMA. If you guys haven't seen the first video, I'll just basically sum it up real quick. It was on Antigua Shipyards, a 30-minute or so game, and it really wasn't one side favored for the most part. It was actually pretty close, whereas Neo could have won or MMA. And in the end, actually, MMA did win. So right now, the series is 1-0. So we'll have to see if that influences how MMA decides to play this game. Maybe he'll go for something, maybe like a 2-base all-in, like, or even a Marauder Hellions, or even a 2-racks. But I highly doubt that the 2-racks is going to be coming. I'm also curious to see how Zenio is going to change up his playstyle. I like to say that Zenio is a hyperactive Zerg player, or that's my nickname for him, anyways, the hyperactive Zerg. He does play pretty darn aggressively in comparison to most Zerg players I've seen. He's not your, I guess he's not like your Idra type player. Well, you'll see Idra play the same methodical macro games over and over. I've seen Zenio change it up. I've seen plenty of like 2-base all-ins or just for even aggressive purposes. Now MMA on the other hand, he's the son of Boxer. He's the Zerg killer, etc., etc. And he's definitely favored in the match, which is why he's 1-up right now. Now, I'm not saying Zenio can't win. Zenio has also been a Codex level player. He hasn't won a big tournament yet, but that doesn't mean he can't win this match right now. This is actually round of 8, and the winner does end up playing, spoiler alert, Puma. But this is IEM, so if you haven't found the results, then I can't be blamed because this was a while ago, like maybe a month or so. And we do see standard play for both players. MMA is probably going to go for another 1-racks expand. Now I'm just curious to see if he's going to do the same build where he'll just take 2 gases after his expansion and then go for reactor Hellions. And so Zenio is going for 17 pool. Now last game Zenio went for 2 gases at 43 supply, which is pretty darn late. Normally you'd see a gas at like 17 or so, maybe 21 even. But that was just pretty much like a really delayed gas. He does know what's going on with MMA's base right now, but if last game if MMA had ended up doing like I said, a Marauder Hellion attack, then Zenio probably wouldn't have been ready to stop it because he had neglected gas for so long, which in turn neglected his upgrades, his lair tech. It did give him a mineral advantage, so he was probably ahead on drones, and he probably could have taken more bases and even a macro hatch. Actually, last game he didn't have a macro hatch. He took a hit in third, but anyways, that was last game. So yeah, we do see MMA opening up the same build, so he must either really like that build or feel comfortable that it'd work against Zenio. Zenio still hasn't taken a gas, so we might see 2 more extractors at 43. And I'll be honest, both players' builds they both seem like they were working pretty well, but that was only during the later stages of the game. Neither player really had that big of an advantage in the beginning stages, though I would say MMA did seem like he was ahead in the couple first minutes or so, to be honest. So yeah, it does look like we're going to be seeing 43 for double gas for Zenio. He's not even building a crawler, so he probably knows what's going on with MMA. He saw the 1-racks expansion. He's like, oh, no aggression can be coming pretty soon, or nothing's going to be coming. But we do see 3 Marines moving out just to take the watchtower. If you look at MMA's vision, he didn't see a gas at all when he scouted, so assuming he knows how, which I'm sure he does, the Zerg player builds, he might know Zenio's doing a double 43. And I think I've actually seen this before, going 2 gases at 43. Maybe it was Dongmagu that I've seen, or maybe it was Violet. Either way, I don't think Zenio just does random stuff. I'm pretty sure this is all thought out and well planned. Just like we see the same, he's pretty much doing the same thing. He pulls his queen that was on his main hatch over here, and he has 2 queens pop creep tumors. And then he builds. He had a 4th queen last time. This time he didn't build a 4th one, surprisingly. So either he forgot about it or he just didn't want to. And actually, the gases were faster. I'm sorry, those were taken at like 35. So this game is a little bit different, to be honest. And it looked like he had a little bit of change in plans. He was going for a banding nest, and then he decides to go for a roachhorn. Where is it? Over there. MMA's playing standard. Yep, he's doing the fast third this time. This time he's doing what you see most Terran players do. They'll get their 3rd command center after the reactor Hellion build. And I've seen this build is pretty popular on the or at least from mostly Koreans. I haven't seen really any like North American players do it. I wouldn't know about the Europeans. That's the only server I don't play, or that server and C server are the servers that I don't play on, so I can't really judge those. We do see the Banshee. He might go for Cloak. Maybe he'll do it again. And we'll have to see. Well, maybe he won't because he's just getting one Banshee. He usually you get Cloak first, I think. Or maybe he'll still do it. He's just waiting. Luckily this time though, he only has 3 queens and his layer's still late. He's going for roaches, so he's probably going for a pressure. Maybe he's probably doing a 2 base timing attack, like really aggressive, and then he's gonna be joining up after that attack. But he's only at 33 harvesters. Okay, that's really low. He did show the 3rd hat. Actually, I think this is an all-in build. I've seen a couple, like I said, on the Korean server. I don't know if it's the same build, but I've seen people take a fast 3rd hatch, and with that 3rd hatch, they'll just macro out a bunch of Zerglings, or just to help them build the Zerglings. But usually they don't build it out here, so Zenio might be thinking for a long-term game if this fails, because he didn't build it like in closer proximity, where his 3rd queen can easily reach the inject, so he'd have 3 queens injecting at a time. But it still looks like he's going to be aggressive. Unfortunately for him, there's a Banshee out in the field, so he really can't be that aggressive, which he still is. He's gonna run away from the Banshee and then he's gonna attack. I like his style. Unfortunately though, I think if he gives like this walking distance is pretty bad for Zenio. It's giving MMA a lot of time to build up. Fortunately, he can't reinforce as fast. He does have the Baneling Nest, so he's probably gonna build a couple of Banelings. Actually, this might do a lot more damage than I think. Actually, it could even. No, I don't think it's gonna kill 7 roaches and a bunch of Zerglings, unless he sends reinforcements in. I was honestly expecting him to start massing out the Zerglings and just sending it over. He's not even getting a Baneling Nest. Okay, or Banelings. There. I gotta say, I don't really. Okay, he killed the bunker, but I was a little bit surprised he just did that. To be quite frank, he's doing some heavy damage, but MMA does have his 3rd orbital right now. And how many workers are we got here? We got 9. Banelings are gonna die before they get the hit. MMA not putting up the depot fast enough, but that's okay. He's gonna be able to clear this up pretty easily. And we still have a worker advantage for MMA, so Zenio is definitely behind that. This probably wasn't what he was expecting. He probably was not expecting those Banshees again. But I think if he had just started sending a bunch of Zerglings, he could have been able to do a lot more damage than what he just did right now. But I guess he was just too preoccupied with the Banshees that he just decided to stop the attack right then and there, because he's like, oh, MMA has Banshees? Well, crap, I can't go all in like this, or I can't do more aggression. He's just to pick off my units. And this is pretty darn greedy. He's not even building a bunker or anything. Well, then again, he's going aggressive right now. He's like, I'm gonna put pressure on Zenio right now, which is good. Because at 11 minutes in the game, Zerg shouldn't have a lot of map control until they have mutas or infestors, even. Not even infestors, just a lot of Zerglings, honestly. And there are Banelings, but they have no speed. But there aren't that many units. There's only just 6 Hellions, like 10 or 8 Marines, 2 Banshees, so that's not bad. But yeah, this army should be able to clear up. He does have roaches and Banelings and queens, so he's just gonna be able to snipe all this pretty easily. Unless he runs carefree like this, which is actually not a very good idea. He does take out the Banshee, but yeah, I don't know what to say for either one of them, honestly, that battle. Let's just critique them, even though they're twice as good as I'll ever be. Anyways, there's actually 4 harvesters. Wow, I just realized that. Small error by MMA. Just goes to show that even with all that practice, there are still mistakes you can make. So, I'm not trying to insult them or anything. Like I said, these guys are way better than I am. I wouldn't be surprised if both of them could just like 10-0 me. This is looking pretty favorable for MMA. This could be it, actually. I don't think he has 18 lings and 8 more Banelings in production, but he's losing a lot of units like this. And MMA is probably just gonna go around, or he's just gonna go straight in like a boss. He's like, I don't give a fuck. You got nothing to stop me. I got MMA Marine splits, or he's just gonna pull back now. he's gonna take this base. He's like, oh, trying to expand. Nope. I wonder how many tanks he has. He has 1 tank. He's rallying his units out here so he can defend this base easier if there's a counterattack. But there's no counterattack to worry about. So let's look at workers. 62 to 63. So MMA has basically been ahead on worker count for the most part of this game. And surprisingly enough, Zenio never took it macro hatch. Like I said, his style is pretty different from what I normally see. And I did say he was a hyper-aggressive Zerg, and he ended up doing that roach sling fail timing attack, but he should actually be able to take this army out pretty easy, but unless... Okay. Well, he couldn't get his round. If he gets his round, then it's easy, but... If going engage, he does not want to engage up here, obviously, because there's less surface area for his lings and banelings to run up, and Hellions are obviously good when units are lined up, and situation like that, they would be lined up. Though he does have a lot of creep over here. He's taking the 4th and 5th, or he's trying to, but this base is gonna... Oh, he has Neelix out. Okay. Does MMA even know about that? Oh yeah, he does know. Maybe he scanned, I think. Let's look at upgrades. MMA is about to have 2-2. Zenio's about to have 1-2. So Zenio's not too far off on upgrades this time. Last game he was really lacking in upgrades. Even towards the end of the game he was only 2-2, while MMA was like 3-3 for a long time. And I just saw that Zenio had finished researching roach speed, but I don't see any roaches. I see 4 roaches. I'm a little bit surprised he did that. We see 2 tanks coming out. He's going to be losing this space for right now. Supply count is definitely in MMA's favor. It's not looking too good right now for Zenio. I think it really hurt him really bad that failed Ling Roach aggression, because it did like no damage. It killed maybe like 6 workers. Okay, it killed 13 workers. But this is a good move right here. He's counterattacking. MMA's units are all out of position. Wow. But he shouldn't throw the banelings away. No. Oh, there's tanks up here, so okay. But no, I thought he was gonna bust the walls down with these Zerglings and go over here in the middle line with the Lings, I mean. And now he's just losing his entire army though. Except for the mutas, which is not too bad. But he's giving himself time to... Well, this hatch isn't gonna be anywhere near done. He finally has a macro hatch, but it's pretty darn late. His creep or queen energy. Wow, I think he's been missing. Yeah, see, this is what happens in games. You start losing focus. Like I said, upgrades, you lose focus to upgrades, you lose focus to injects. This queen is almost full energy. Is obviously the queen from over here. I know he was using it to defend earlier, but still. And then he's using a lot of units, sending them out to attack, but these mutants are doing a good damage. So that was a good. I guess that was somewhat worth it. Worker count is down now in Zenio's favor. But MMA is still ahead in supply, and he's still slightly ahead on upgrades. 2-2, getting +3, and now he has a Thor. So it's like, Mutalisk, okay. Thanks for the free kills. We do see Burrow going down, which I love. I don't know if we'll see MMA scan ahead of him when he moves out. Let's see if he scans. I want to see if he's a boss like that. Come on, MMA scan just once. No. Okay, maybe he won't scan then. Mulis is still running around the map. He can't really harass, otherwise he'll take so much damage from that Thor. But if this he could get this engagement pretty well. He just needs to be really careful. Unfortunately, MMA saw it. Let's watch the tanks. The tanks target fire the banelings. No, because they're too far. Okay. You know, I think the problem is that this is gonna be scanned definitely, or I think it will be, or maybe not. Does he see that? Nope. He might not even walk over there. That was a mistake. Zenio should just pulled his mutas back like that just to scare him or something. But wait, he built a hatchery over here. So maybe... Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Oh, here we go. Oh, no. Are you serious, MMA? You didn't want to deny that base? You're just going to go defend? Well, actually, that was a good idea. Because he knows there's a hole right here. This base is left vulnerable. So right now, he's probably like, oh... Well, shit, if I go kill his base, he'll just wipe out my 2 bases or something. And he could lose these medevacs right now if he's not careful. Okay, Zenio's not going to. Zenio's going to do it. Zenio's going to kill some. No, he's not going to kill any. Oh, he didn't even kill one. Yes, he did. One medevac goes down. That's not bad. They're costing them. These banelings are still here, but they're doing nothing. There's a marine going out to take down this hatchery, so. But he's losing meterless like that. He should have been careful over here. He got to have seen that. Yeah, he saw that. This is MMA. Now he knows there's banelings over here too. I think that was really bad. He should have pulled them farther ahead. Cause I'm sure MMA has bank scans. He has one scan, so okay, I forgot what I said. See, this is the problem. Zenio he needs infestors. Those mutalists are just eating away supply. He has 16 mutalists, and I don't think they're as good as an infestor in a case like this, especially. They're great for picking up tanks if there's no marines, but unfortunately he has no marines or infestors. This map actually gonna do no damage though. Will it die? I don't think it's gonna die either. So he's about to lose this all right here. Nope. Okay, I thought he was just gonna run in. That would have been a bad move. I'd like to see a hive, because right now MMA's gonna be 3-3. See, this is what I was talking about, how Zenio, well, he's folding onto the pressure is what it looks like to me. He's gonna get 2-2 eventually, but MMA's about to hit 3-3. And he's gonna have +2 vehicle, which he doesn't really need. All he needs is +1 on the tanks. He can kill Lings in one hit, basically, like this. So Zenio, oh, he's not even saturated that well in this phase, surprisingly. I thought he would have a lot more drones. We do see MMA building his 4th command center. It's just finished, but this counterattack, there you go. He's lifting off and running. But what about this command center, MMA? React. Move this command center at least. Okay, this is gonna be a possible base trade. Oh, but MMA's gonna be able to defend and be aggressive so easily. He actually has a lot more units than I thought. Zenio needs to move those mutalists to kill these freaking tanks. He's gonna destroy this, I think. I might just make this, but he's gonna lose a. Okay, well, luckily. Oh wow, not luckily. 150-90. Yeah, MMA or MVP. Well, yeah. MMA is definitely gonna take this fight. Supplies 50 difference, and most of the unit count. I mean, he has a way larger unit size. He has 8 workers. Plus 42. That's 50 supply of units, and then he has 3-3 upgrades. While Zenio's only 2-1, about to hit 2-2. Yeah, that base trade or small base exchange was really not good for Zenio. And now he's stacking up a lot of resources because he can't build anything because he lost all of his overlords, and he's about to lose some more. And look at the resource for the units lost tab. That's totally favoring MMA right now. Disengagement, yeah, tanks are split. There's marines. Thor is there. Take out the mutas, unless he has godlike mutalist splits, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Now he's just gonna walk into the main with marines. It looked like Zenio could have held on, just by moving back and forth around the map, just to hold back MMAs for as long as he possibly can. But going for that counterattack definitely was a bad idea. If against Terran players, especially this late in the game, you know they're gonna have 6 barracks with reactors. They're gonna have at least 2 factories. In this case, he does have 5 barracks. 5 barracks, 2 factories, and a starport. So yeah, MMA. Sorry, I keep calling him MVP because he's so good now. But anyways, it's so easy for a Terran to start turtling in a base race situation, especially when you have no units to defend, and this Terran has 20 marines, 5 tanks, and a Thor at your base. And also because Zenio's on lower supply. See, this is what I don't like about look at this, 11 mutalisks. This is not what Zenio needed. If he had Hive already, he might have been able to pull off a win, but now he's just gonna lose all of his units right here. That was a really bad engagement too. He's gonna lose his queen. Transfuse? No. If he can take out these tanks, though, that's not bad. But still, this base looks like it's gonna get wrecked. Or no, it's not. He takes out the final tank, so he's still not out. He still has 2 more bases. Whew, sorry. But it looks like he did lose his spawning pool a while ago. Somehow I missed it because I was too busy trying to focus on the attacks. Sorry about that, guys. So we do see 3-3 for. We still see only 2-2. See, this is the problem. Zenio stayed in Hive way too late. Now he's gonna attack the drones, or he's just okay. He's running them way good. Yeah, see that burrow, it hasn't come in handy yet. He hasn't had a good opportunity at all so far. And those 3 Marines are doing work on those larvae that have like 25 armor. He lost his base. MMA, yeah, I think MMA is going to win pretty easily now. He has too much supply of mutas, and well, mutalists are pretty bad late game because their upgrades fall behind and then Marines just eat them up. Now, with the shitload of mutas like this, he's able to do some ridiculous amount of harass. Especially because there's no Thor. There's a Thor over here. I heard it. Where is it? There's a Thor. But this Marine count, well, this is the power of 3/3 Marines. They're still doing so much. They're still whittling down the mutalists pretty well. And now that there's a Thor with +2 attack, that's 72 damage basically. So if these mutalists clump up, that's gonna be bad. And then he's gonna lose his base over here. He has no Zerglings because he lost his pool earlier. And he spent all of his money on mutalists. Yeah, these mutalists are flying and then they're gonna get wrecked. They're gonna take out the tanks, but usually you really only get tanks to take out banelings. In this case, Zenio has no banelings. He just has 2/2 Zerglings versus 3/3 Marines. So these Zerglings are gonna get mowed down pretty easy. Oh, he has 4 banelings, but no, that's not good enough. And look at this. Thor already has 4 kills. Look at the mutalisk life. Even if he wins his battle, the hatch is like pretty much screwed. The supply is 60 down. MMA has this base now. We should be seeing a GG pretty soon. He's only harvesting off 1 small patch, and it's about to run out. But he does have 4 banelings. He might be able to take care of all these Marines and Thors. No, I'm just playing. He won't be able to. But he does have barreled banelings, so hopefully we'll see some sick detonations. No sick detonations. Okay. Well, this ends game number 2. Or someone's still in here. Who's the spectator? Sen. Okay, well, anyways, just to talk about the game in general. Well, that opening basically caused Zenio to lose because it killed a couple of SCVs, but on the other hand, MMA was going in a fast third orbital, so it's like, okay, doesn't matter. I lose like what? I can lose 10 SCVs, but I have 3 orbitals. I'll be able to produce a lot of SCVs back to where I was. And on the other hand, Zenio was only at 33 drones when he did that. He was less workers than MMA when he built those roaches. And unfortunately for him, MMA had the Banshees. Now, if MMA didn't have the Banshees, Zenio probably would have just been able to like rally over here and just mass Zerglings, get a lot of banelings to break the wall, and then just come in and destroy them because there's no tanks. But I guess those Banshees just messed up his thought process. And we saw how it looks like Zenio's he just might not be playing his best right now, but it looks like when there's too much pressure on the map, like constant drops, constant army move outs, it looks like MMA wins because his upgrades are always superior to Zenio's. That's one thing I've noticed. And in this game, Zenio never tech switched out to Hive. He never built an infestation pit, which is a mistake. If you're on 3 bases and it's like 18 minutes in the game, I would hope you have your infestation pit and I would hope you have your hive done, period. We've seen lots of Zerg players, like if they go mutalist, they'll probably build like 12 or so mutalists just to like pressure the Terran, do as much damage as they can, maybe make him force turrets at every base that he expands to, and then they'll just stop building mutalists. They'll go for a fast infestation pit, and then like at 18 minutes in the game or 15 minutes even, they'll just have like 10 broodlords pop out, and the Terran's gonna be like, what the fuck, man? What do I do? Because the weak point now for Terran really is late game. It's really difficult to stop Broodlord Infestors with the Ghost nerf. I'm not saying that it's impossible. We've seen like amazing players like MMA do it. We've seen Polt do it. Basically, you get to catch them off guard. But on the other hand, if you stay at tech or tier 2 for as long as Zenio did, you're just asking to lose. Especially if you just build Mutalisks. Mutalisks are, like I said, Mutalisks are not what you want to build for an entirety of a game. So we're gonna go ahead and go on to the game number 3. It's 2-0 in MMA's favor. And as I said, if you guys like these videos, or if you have any questions, comments, or even suggestions, I'm always willing to hear them. I'd like to hear how I can improve my casting. I do realize the audio sometimes has some issues, but it's just because my microphone basically. And I'll see you guys if you keep watching. So thank you.